What do you mean this was just another episode of Raw? This wasn't just another show. This was Monday Night Raw walking the tightrope between chaos and class, between long-term storytelling and last-minute panic booking. And if you blinked, you missed something big. What is going on, guys? Wrestlemania here, back with another deep dive. Today we're breaking down this week's edition of Monday Night Raw, the moments that worked, the ones that flopped, and the backstage chaos that might have completely reshaped the road to WrestleMania 42. We're talking Jey Uso not even being planned to win, a huge name possibly inducting AJ Styles, Brock Lesnar's confusing open challenge, secret surprises, multiple returns, and even that wild Vince McMahon rumor making rounds again. Let's get into it. We're not doing a full recap. You watch the show, you know what happened. We're here for the energy behind it. The good, the bad, and the downright ugly. Let's start with the good. Cody Rhodes on Raw just feels right. There's something about the American Nightmare on Monday nights that hits differently. When Cody shows up on Raw, the aura feels elevated, even though he was mainly there to honor AJ Styles. That brief backstage confrontation with Gunther, that got people talking immediately. Two former world champions crossing paths like that plants seeds. And you can feel WWE teasing something for 2026 already. The crowd reacted. The internet reacted. That's long-term intrigue done properly. Then you have the improvisation in the opening match. Credit where it's due, Jey Uso and Chad Gable had to adjust on the fly when Bronson Reed went down with that bicep injury. The referee throws up the X sign, commercial break hits, and suddenly the entire match finish changes. That's live television pressure. Jey Uso ends up qualifying for the Elimination Chamber, and now fans are already bracing for Run It Back Part 2 after the Royal Rumble. But regardless of how you feel about Jey in the title picture, adapting that quickly deserves acknowledgement. And then, AJ Styles. That segment was class. No swerves, no betrayals, no one more match, fake out, just respect. AJ officially announcing his Hall of Fame induction for WrestleMania 42 weekend was beautifully handled. His family was there. Legends from TNA and WWE showed up. The Good Brothers returned. The roster standing on stage afterward, that's how you honor a career. The only nitpick, that massive logo on the mat slightly ruining the visual when AJ placed his gloves down. But that's minor. Emotionally, WWE nailed it. Now, the bad. The Vision faction needs serious evaluation. With Braun Breaker out and now Bronson Reed injured, the group feels cursed. It doesn't feel cohesive. It feels like individual talent stuck together without chemistry. When injuries start dismantling your foundation, sometimes you have to pivot. Right now, this stable doesn't feel like it's elevating anyone. Then there's Brock Lesnar's segment. Let's be honest, that could have been an announcement graphic. Lesnar returns, Paul Heyman talks, and we get an open challenge for WrestleMania. The crowd wanted someone to answer. Nobody did, and the energy dipped fast. An open challenge can be exciting, but only if there's a direction behind it. The Liv Morgan segment? Silence. And that's concerning. For a WrestleMania world title story, you need reactions. Even if fans think the outcome is predictable, you still expect noise. Instead, it felt flat. That's not ideal this close to Mania. And the ugly? The crowd. Energy matters. And outside of AJ's tribute, this crowd didn't elevate much. When fans aren't reacting, everything feels colder on TV. Now let's talk chaos. Bronson Reed was originally planned to win that triple threat and qualify for the Elimination Chamber. That was the plan. But when he injured his bicep mid-match, everything changed. Jey Uso winning wasn't the direction. It was the emergency route. That's a massive shift this close to WrestleMania. And if Reed is seriously hurt, that's 2 straight WrestleManias he might miss due to injury. Brutal timing. Social media hasn't been kind to Jey either. The backlash is loud. Fans questioning his push. Comments calling him repetitive. The like to dislike ratio on highlight clips speaks for itself. Whether fair or not, perception is part of the game. Moving on. Who inducts AJ Styles? Names like Kazarian, Abyss, and the Good Brothers are floating around. But the name gaining real traction? John Cena. And that makes sense. Cena and AJ had arguably one of the greatest WWE rivalries of the modern era. If Cena is available, that induction speech writes itself. Speaking of surprises, The Undertaker revealing AJ's induction was kept completely secret. AJ reportedly had no idea. That authenticity added so much emotion to the moment. WWE pulling that off without leaks? Rare. Returns were stacked. Nakamura, Bobby Roode, Good Brothers, Omos, Cody, TNA names, legends. It felt like a tribute night done right. Now let's talk WrestleMania direction. Liv Morgan choosing Stephanie Baker sets the women's elimination chamber with real stakes. Meanwhile, reports suggest Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley is still heavily discussed. The concern? They're still rewriting women's matches 7 weeks before WrestleMania. That's not ideal. WrestleMania planning should be locked in. Constant rewrites signal uncertainty. Brock Lesnar's open challenge? 3 possible reasons. 1. WWE genuinely hasn't decided on his opponent. 2. They're waiting on injury clarity for someone like Seth Rollins. 3. They want unpredictability in social media speculation. But if we get 5 straight weeks of identical promos, fans will turn fast. And finally, the wild rumor. Vince McMahon buying back WWE with Saudi investment. Completely false. Reputable sources shut it down immediately. But it shows how quickly misinformation spreads. Always check your sources. So when you look at this Raw overall, it wasn't terrible, it wasn't legendary, it was unstable in spots, emotional in others, and unpredictable backstage. And sometimes unpredictability is either magic or a warning sign. What did you think of Raw? Was Jay the right audible? Who should answer Brock's open challenge? And who inducts AJ Styles? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe for daily wrestling coverage. Hit that bell so you don't miss the next breakdown. Dominic Mysterio kisses Liv Morgan on Raw. Off-air moment goes viral. Unseen footage has surfaced from WWE Monday Night Raw showing Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan sharing a kiss off-air after a major segment. A moment not shown on TV, but captured backstage and spreading fast on social media. This wasn't part of the Raw broadcast, but social clips and fan-shot uploads online are making it go viral among WWE Universe fans. That's right, the duo, who are currently one of WWE's most talked about on-screen couple storylines, shared a backstage peck that adds even more heat to their unpredictable relationship angle heading into WrestleMania season. Dom and Liv's relationship has been a central narrative in WWE storytelling, from in-ring partnerships to emotional moments. And any physical display of affection adds fuel to the fan base and creative speculation. This off-air kiss shows their connection behind the scenes, and WWE fans are already debating whether this will become part of the official storyline or remain a bonus social clip. When unseen moments leak online, they often get incorporated into future scripts, or at least referenced, because fans bring them up on social platforms, during live events, and in debate videos. This means WWE creative might lean into this moment to create tension, whether that's more romantic heat, unexpected betrayal angles, or even a story twist involving Rhea Ripley's return. This isn't the first time the pair has kissed in WWE. At May 2024 Raw, Liv surprised Dom with an on-screen kiss after retaining her championship, a moment that left even Dom looking shocked. That moment went viral and sparked huge buzz about their dynamic on-screen. Superstar calls pinning Charlotte Flair bittersweet. Here's why it matters. Recently, a WWE superstar who scored a pinfall over Charlotte Flair opened up about how that moment felt bittersweet. Not just a simple victory in the record books, but something deeper, emotionally and professionally. According to the report, the star didn't just celebrate the win. They reflected on how meaningful it was to beat someone of Flair's caliber, but also how much respect they hold for her legacy. This revelation has resonated with fans because Charlotte isn't just any opponent. She's one of the most decorated, respected, and iconic women in WWE history. Pinning her isn't just a win, it's a career-defining moment for any rising star. Charlotte Flair is a multi-time women's champion whose name is synonymous with excellence in WWE's women's division. Getting a pinfall over her isn't just winning a match, it's earning a stamp of validation. That's why the WWE star described the moment as bittersweet, joyful yes, but heavy with respect for what that victory really means. The star said something along the lines of wanting the win, but still feeling respect and admiration for Charlotte's legacy. That tension, celebrating a milestone while honoring someone you largely look up to, creates a deep emotional narrative that viewers really connect with. Drop your wildest theories below. Don't forget to subscribe this channel.